Hello. In this video I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful bag. So guys, let's get started. You need 4 layers of yarn. 1 2 3 4. This is how you make your first loop. So for these 4 layers of yarn, use a 3mm crochet needle. If you have more layers of yarn, then you might need a bigger crochet needle. This is how you hold the yarn. So let's start making the chain. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Chain 35 and let us meet once you have your chain. If you want a bigger size, then you have to chain more than 35. To crochet our first row, so you skip the first one or skip one and go into the second one, but crochet into the back loop. The second one into the back loop. This is the front and this is the back, and go into that back loop. Pull over and you have two loops and pull through everything. Again, go into the third one, repeat the same, pull over, you have two, and pull through everything. Continue to the fourth back loop, crocheting through the back loop, crocheting through the back loop, and continue with a single crochet to the end of the chain or the other side, and let us meet on the other side. And this is how you can hold your yarn and your chain. So far this is how it looks like with the first row. Continue the single crochet into the back loop to the other end. Fast forward, we are here on the other end. This is how it looks. It's only one row, so we need to continue crocheting. So to crochet the second row, you chain one, turn over, and go into the first loop. Pull over and you have two loops again. Pull through everything. Go into the second, pull over, you have two loops, pull through everything. Into the third, and again pull through everything. Continue with a single crochet again to the end of the second row. This is how it looks like so far with only two rows. Make the loops tight. If too loose, it will not look nice. So you need to continue with a single crochet. We have two rows now. Crochet the third row again, chain one, turn over, go into the first loop, pull through everything. Again, The second, continue with the single crochet until you have 54 rows. Remember we chained 35 and we have now 54 rows. Now this is how it looks like once you have the 54 rows. I zoom. Now we need to start reducing this part so we have something that looks like this. We have a shape that looks like this. Remember we chained 35? This is 35 and this is 54. So we reduce each row by 2, one from each side. Reduce this, chain 1, turn over, go into the first loop, don't pull through, go into the second loop, and now you have 3 loops and you pull through everything. So continue with a single crochet to the other side. We are here at the end of this row. We have 2 left, so go into the second last, don't pull through, go into that last one, then you have 3 loops and pull through everything. This way you have reduced this row by 2. Yarn 1, turn over, repeat this process for 5 more rows. We have 5 rows now and this is how it looks. See, the shape has changed. You see here, look, we are going to fold it like this. Next we need to crochet the sides. For the sides, chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip 1, crochet into the second through the back loop. Continue with a single crochet to the end of this first row. The second row we will increase by 2 and we had 2 in the middle. Yarn 1, turn over, single crochet to the middle, we increase here by 2, we add 1 more into this loop, add 1 more into the same loop, then go to the next loop, get the normal crochet and again add 1 more into the same loop. Continue with the single crochet. Repeat the same in the third row, add 2 in the middle. So we increase in the middle and here you have to keep counting and know where the middle is. In the fourth row, add 1 in the middle. Get the normal crochet and again add 1 more into the same loop. Continue with the single crochet. Fifth row, add 2, 1 to each side. Then after this we will have 13. Then continue with a single crochet for 5 more rows. So add 1 here at the beginning of the 5th row, crochet 2 to the first loop, add 1 to the first loop at the beginning of the 5th row, and add another one to the last loop at the end of the 5th row. Then we will also add 1 in the last loop. Add 1 more into this same loop. Continue with single crocheting, no increasing at this time, for 5 more rows. And guys, this is the end of the 5 more rows. This is how it looks like. So now see how it looks. After we finished increasing, we crocheted for 5 more rows with 13. We have 13 loops, and this is how it looks like. It has the shape that we are looking for. And now the next step is that we want to reduce this loop from 13 to 5. So we have to count again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means we are going to reduce in the middle. So the 7th one is the middle. So we have to reduce in the middle. We are here in the middle, and what we do is that we go into the 6th, don't pull over, and then go into the 7th again, and now you have 3 loops, and then pull through everything. So it is the same way we reduced in the main body, but now we are reducing in the middle. The difference is that we are reducing in the middle. And continue with the single crochet until the end. And again, yarn 1, turn over, and this second row of reducing. So we are here in the middle. Go into the first, don't pull over, then go into the second. Now you have 3 loops, and then pull through everything. So you've reduced again this row by 1. Then continue with a single crochet. We are at the end of row 2. Now we have 11. From now onwards, reduce by 2 until you have 5 left. That is, in each row you reduce by 2. You reduce at the beginning and at the end of the row. Remember how we reduced the main body of the bag. So follow the same process. Reduce by 2 from each row until you have 5 loops left. So we have now 2 left. Go into the second last, don't pull over, then go into the last one. Now we have 3, then pull through everything. We continue reducing each row by 2 until you have 5 loops left. Fast forward. We now have 5 loops left. We are almost at the end of this crocheting, and now we crochet 1 row without reducing. Crochet 1 more row without reducing. Remember to make 2 pieces of this because we have 2 sides of the bag. So we have 5 left, and this is how it should look like. You need 2 pieces. You need 2 pieces. Here are my 2 pieces. I have the main bag here. The main body of the bag is here. So together all the pieces. So now we need to join everything. Join all the 3 pieces together. We will join this using a single crochet. So you put your needle through the 2 pieces, 2 sides of the bag. Then make your first loop. Then you go through the first piece, then to the second, and make a single crochet. Go into the first piece, then to the second, and pull through. You have 2 loops, then pull through everything. Repeat the same process over and over again until you've joined everything together. So it's a single crochet that we are using to join this. Fast forward. I have finished joining this side and see how it looks like. Guys, it looks beautiful now. There is this curve inward from the outside. From the side it's curved inward. Look from the inside. Look how beautiful it looks. Yeah, see? Go ahead and join the other side and let us meet at the end. Now the 2 sides are joined, both sides, and this is how it looks like. It's now fully bagged. Look outside. Look inside. It's now beautiful. It has shape. Then we need to make a handle. First we make a place for the handle. I'm gonna go ahead and tie this free yarn that is on the sides. So I have already tied this side and I will show you how to do it on the other side. Just go ahead and tie them together and repeat looping around until it's strong enough. Then you can hide the rest of the yarn. I will use this to close the bag. I don't know how to call them. I made them using t-shirt yarn. I made two. I will put them here, one here and the other here. So if you want to know how I made this, you comment below. So you have to check clearly where you want to put them. So mine went here. You need 2 knots. I'll put mine here, the first one. The first one is done. Go ahead and fix the second one in the second place. The next thing, guys, is to make the loop that we will use to close this. So to make the loops, I'm simply going to chain 7. I'm going to chain 7. So I chained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip 4 and crochet into the 5th loop. And continue with a single crochet. We need to make the second loop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, we chained 7. Then crochet into the 5th loop. Guys, this will be the end of crocheting. You can crochet one more line, and if you do so, please remember to skip the loops. I ended up adding one more line and I skipped the loops. Finally, we need to add the undo. This is the undo that I have made off camera. And how I made this undo, I took some t-shirt yarn divided into 3 and simply braided. I made it by braiding like this. In this demonstration, I have used a few layers of yarn, but in the actual unders I used more. I used a total of 12. In the actual undo, I used 12 layers of yarn, which made it thicker. You can make it as long as you want, but mine is short. I like it short. Here I used more layers of yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is why it's thick. So what I did to fix this handle, remember the place we made by just tying the free yarn? Divide part of the yarn that is left from braiding the handle into half and pass half of them through this loop, so you have half from each side. Then you can grab a few, like 3 from each side, and simply tie them together. Then you cut off the rest of the yarn. Just cut it at any length, so that you don't have this shapeless yarn hanging there. Just simply take 3 of them, tie them together. Just tie them together like this. You pick 3 of them and just tie them together like this, tight enough. Then use one of the yarns to tie them together. Use one of the yarns to tie the rest of the yarns together and cut them short at any length. Take your scissors. I've already used one of the yarn and tied them together. And then grab your scissors and cut at any length, but cut them short. Grab your scissors and cut them short. There you go. So the bag is finished. It's finished. We have the handle in place. We have everything in place, and see now how it looks. This is the front. It's beautiful. So this is the bag. See how many things we can put inside. Guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family in your social media, and please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Bag is beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. See? Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Love you all.